people do want to play with him. There are people that want to play with him. You see, AD was ready to get there as soon as possible. And I think it's going to be an all LA Western Conference Finals, especially with Kawhi with the Clippers.
Most definitely. I look forward to the playoffs. I'm looking forward to the playoffs already. You know what I mean? Like it's and I know you with the Golden State, I believe.
Dallas. I'm a Maverick fan.
Yep. Oh, okay.
Yeah. My dad and all my family are all Warriors fans, but I've been in Dallas for almost 15 years. So.
Almost definitely.
Yeah. But D'Angelo Russell going over to the Warriors, which I thought they were going to try to flip him, but obviously that didn't end up happening. So it
didn't happen. Yeah, I see it happening. You know, like a lot of people think, like once Clay comes back, he comes back probably around February or March. I see them trying to flip him if it's not working, of course.
Yeah, they're gonna have to try it out. They got to try it out first, at least, and they don't want to tip their hand and say halfway through the season we're definitely gonna trade him, because you never know. You never know what he's gonna bring. We do have another question in the chat room, and we got Deondra Edwards, filmmaker of the film Just Black. He said, what are some of your favorite films or movies that has inspired you?
Some of my favorite films, I would have to go with Silence of the Lamb. It's really up there. I really love Silence of the Lamb. The year that they won Academy Awards, they won 5 straight for the best, the top awards. So I really love them. I'm a psychological thriller type of guy. You know, that's my favorite type of genre. Crash was a phenomenal film. It's one of those films, it's perspective. I love a good perspective type of film that you don't know which side that you will be on if you was in that actual situation, and you also understand why people would react the way they do. So Crash is up there. And us recently just got there. After watching the first time, I call a lot of films trash. The first time I seen Us, it was garbage. The second time I was like, it's genius. And then I watched it for a third time. It's like, okay, this is over the top genius work right here. So those are some of my top films that I have to say.
Definitely. I agree with you there 100%. Crash was a very slept-on movie, says Courtney. Definitely.
Oh, yeah.
One of my favorites of all time, because it's just pure comedy, Coming to America. That will forever go down.
Oh, yeah.
I have that in physical copy. I have that on an iTunes. I don't even know if they still have movies on iTunes or whatever you want to call it now. And I got it, I think I got it on the VHS tape. But that's one of those classics right there. I can recite beginning to end line. But I like movies like Inception. That was a really good movie to me. The levels of the dreams and definitely in the Marvel movies as well. And you're starting to see more and more of those characters not only being black characters, but also having black directors direct the movies, which I think that's a great perspective.
Oh yeah, it's going to be a beauty to see how Blade is to be played. And they got a stud actor in Mahershala Ali. He's grade A, top-notch grade A actor.
Yeah, he is. And I was talking about this on a previous show. He's almost getting there to Will Smith status. I don't want to put him there yet, but I'm going to say you're getting ready to play Blade. You did Green Book. You've done different movies. You've done different movies with different characters, with accents. You could do the hood guy. You could do the button-up guy. You could do the action hero. You could do the superhero. He's becoming to be the real deal for me.
But check this out. I got him above Will Smith at this point in time.
Ooh.
Will Smith is big. I got to put him up because awards talk. I got to give awards does talk. Now Will Smith has longevity, but it's hard enough for me not to put him above him when he has 2 Academy Awards, and Will Smith is a bit old. He's a bit overhyped. When I think about other actors, when I talk about tier one, he's like that lower tier of the tier one, especially a black actor.
Yeah, and I think another point is that he doesn't do as many movies now. He's more so of he'll do 1 or 2 movies a year that maybe he's producing, or maybe that depending on how big the payday, maybe that or whatever it comes down to. But he has been hyped up on a huge pedestal. I think because just of where he came from Fresh Prince to movies and everything. But I don't know. You do have an argument there, because Mahershala Ali, man, if anybody's seen the movie Roxanne, which was about Roxanne Shante, he played a role in that movie, and the guy will just pop up and just kill his role. He'll just dominate his role, and you're like, wow, that was Mahershala Ali, and he's been in various different things. So I don't know. You got a good point. If you could rank your top. Let me ask you this: if you could work with anybody in the game right now, actor-wise, who would that be?
Wesley Snipes.
Wesley Snipes.
I feel Wesley Snipes. I feel like I would love to get him an Academy Award for a performance. I feel like he hasn't got his due diligence, especially for like just for the Nino Brown character and so many other roles that he's played with his background. Like he's one of those guys that kind of got forced out of Hollywood before he was really able to prosper. And when I look at Mahershala Ali, I look at him as like another Wesley Snipes. Because Wesley Snipes can give it to you. Wesley Snipes he can most definitely give it to you. But if I had to choose anybody, I would love to cast Wesley Snipes for a role to get him an Academy Award. Like that's one of my dreams, is to get him an Academy Award.
Awesome. And his movies go back to 1986 was his first film. He was actually his first TV show, Miami Vice. That's crazy. I didn't know that. But he'll be coming up in Dolomite Is My Name, which will be coming up this. I don't know if you've heard about the actors in this film, but you got Eddie Murphy, you have Chris Rock, you got T.I. in it. The list of the actors: Mike Epps, Craig Robinson. You even got Keegan Michael Key in there. That's gonna be crazy. So that's gonna be coming up real soon. But Wesley Snipes he just hasn't gotten the love that he should get, and I think that's awesome. And I hope and pray that you get to work with him, because I think that would be great. I think that would be awesome.
Yeah, most definitely.
Go ahead.
I was just saying, most definitely. A lot of these artists, creators aren't getting the flowers that they deserve now. So I would love to try to. I appreciate you, Wesley Snipes. I most definitely appreciate you.
Definitely. We got newcomer in the chat room, Shelly Q, in the building. Thank you for tuning in. Courtney says Samuel Jackson, to me, is the best black actor, my favorite actor, period. And the guy's in everything. If you look up the movies that Samuel Jackson is in or will be in, you will be blown away, because every year he's in at least 2 to 3 films. It may be a cameo, it may be he's only in there for 15 minutes, but he is in so many films, it's crazy. I think his films have a completely separate Wikipedia page because there's so many. That's one of my favorite actors too.
He's most definitely one of my favorite actors. Hardest working man in Hollywood, hands down. He's a person that loves to work. He loves to be. Like, if he's willing to take, I had a professor that worked with him. He's willing to do any type of film as long as you get him the script ahead of time. Because he just loves to act, and he can give it to you. And he's one of those actors that they're giving him a lot of supporting roles, and they're not giving him those lead roles. If he can also give it to you. Pulp Fiction is what sold me on, like, y'all not utilizing this man as much as you should be.
Right.
Pulp Fiction was really something that, that just had him, that catapulted him as like, this guy is the real deal. He's serious about So I would love to see him in some more films that's him as the center focus. Because even with Glass wasn't really, I didn't really feel that was for him. You know, it was a cool little piece for him, but it wasn't like he really got a chance to really do his thing in it.
Yeah,
but he's most definitely dope.
Definitely. Newcomer in the chat room from the bottom podcast in the building. Thank you guys for coming through. Yes, Pulp Fiction. Yeah, that will always be a classic. Shelly Q, this is Deondra Edwards. He is a filmmaker, has a film Just Black. So talk about where and how can people access the film, and then also where can people find and follow you?
So right now, I have the film going through the film festival circuit, so you can always come out to film festivals. I update my social media page quite often. If you want to follow me on Instagram, it's at Just Black Films. Again, that's at Just Black Films, and you can follow all updates from my Instagram page from there. Like I said, I update it quite often. You can come up to the film festival. I have one in San Antonio. That's next week, August 2nd. I have another one that's in Cleveland, Ohio. That'll be in about a couple of weeks, and then I have Atlanta around between the 18th and the 22nd in Atlanta. So I'm most definitely I'm constantly working. I'm able to and once we're done with the film festival, I'll probably upload it onto YouTube for the whole world to see it.
All right, definitely. So go follow him, go find him. I'll put all the links in the chat room so you guys can see that and access that. Make sure to follow this brother, because when he does, which he is doing great right now, when he gets to that peak and when he is progressing in his career, just know that you got to hear an interview on this show, and you got to friend him and follow him as he's going throughout his career. So appreciate you for coming on the show. Glad you were able to make it happen today.
I most definitely, man. Thank you so much for having me, man. I really appreciate it.
Definitely, no problem. Have a good rest of your day.
Are you too, man?
All right. That was Deondra Edwards, filmmaker, movie Just Black Films. Also, Just Black Film. You can find that and follow that on Facebook. Deondra Edwards, I'll put his name there in the chat room. There is a Facebook page for it. Like he said, he's going to different film festivals right now. So, man, just pray for this brother, man. He's trying to make a career out of this. And I appreciate you, ABM, coming in. We do have our next guest will be coming up on the line very shortly. Leonie Mattison. She's an author, organizational development practitioner, and mentor. She has a book that will be coming out very soon called The Thread: Imperfect Steps Transformed by a Perfect God into Ordained Purpose. She'll be coming on the show here in just probably 1 minute. But yeah, man, I've seen Deondra Edwards around. We have a mutual friends, so I think it was ideal to get him on the show. I want to push what people are doing. I want to give people opportunity to talk about what they're doing, because who else? If we can't depend on somebody else to promote what we want promoted, we reach out there and do it. So Just Black, it's about a film about an HBCU student that going to an HBCU, but he grew up in around a white neighborhood and white people, so he wasn't really that interested. So we have our next guest on the line. I want to hope that I say the name correctly. Is it Leonie Mattison?
Leonie Mattison.
Leonie Mattison, excuse me. Leonie Mattison, thank you for coming on the show. Thank you for reaching out. You are an author, an organizational development practitioner, a mentor, and you're a doctor. So it is great to get you on the show. Thank you for reaching out.
You're very welcome. Thanks for having me.
No problem. So as we have you on the show, talk about you. Who is Leonie